Hello, everybody, and welcome back to BigDerf Gaming. We're here in the peaks because Emerald time, baby. Hopefully, you already watched 5.4 MSQ, or you played it and you're just like, I want to see what happens in Emerald, but I don't want to play it myself. I don't know, man. But you're here. Hi, how you doing? Sid's investigation in terms of such a startling revelations. I really like this little raid series because it's like I like the idea that like Gaius was like this good guy before whatever happened with the Ascians. Ultimate weapon like drove him like down a bad path, and you know, I mean, his poor family's gonna get murdered, but you know, it's fun. Plus, and the bad guy whose name I'm forgetting is like, I'm intrigued. Anyway, on to the quest. It's good to see you, Div. Please report that Master Garland and the others have uncovered a fair bit of useful information in the Imperial facility at Turncliffe. In fact, he'd like you to rendezvous with Gaius in the town square, where he'll reveal what they found. Once you're ready to depart, your escort will lead the way. Okay. Curious, because there was a bunch of people down there who seemed to be watching a cutscene standing around there. Wonder if they're trying to catch up. All set for the journey ahead? Absolutely. Gaius, you son of a bitch. Now that you're here, perhaps Sid will finally deign to dispense his findings. Definitely not the Gaius voice. The Gaius voice should be deeper. Vaguely ready to stab Catstark in the stomach. Sivir, inform him of Death's arrival. I guess he slits Catstark's throat, or does he do it or somebody else do it? He stands to Lisa in the stomach. Stabs. Thanks for coming. So, what have you discovered? Tell the truth, we're lucky to obtain any information at all, considering the lengths to which the Imperials went in covering the tracks. See, the hangar below was not you just used to store Imperial stuff, but also something else. We now know the code names given to 3 of the weapons: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Obviously, we're familiar with the first 2, but the third is something of an unknown quantity, because it's somewhere underwater. At the very least, this confirms the existence of another of those abominations. At the very least, yeah. That's not exactly how I would have described it. The problem lies in ascertaining its whereabouts. None of the locals have seen anything resembling a weapon being transported either by land or air. I was reading it, whatever I was doing with this guy's voice, and then realized halfway through it was Gaius. Which, of course, leaves only one option: to see, according to what fragment of data we were able to discover, the Emerald weapon is equipped with aquatic capabilities, much like Sapphire, except this one goes underwater, meaning that its escape from Turncliffe would have gone undetected, and potentially could be anywhere by now. But if our Fallen's plans to have it absorb more primals, the logical choice would be Eosia. And traveling by sea would allow him to circumvent the front line and Gimlet entirely. The Alliance must be alerted at once. Hold your talk about Severa. Seeing as Emerald weapon was still incomplete when the 7th Legion withdrew from Turncliffe, it's far more likely that it was transported to another facility in order to add the finishing touches. If your supposition is correct, that would narrow our search but to 2 possible locations: Castrum Meridium in the Rotorno Sea and Castrum Occident in eastern Landosha. Both of which are known to harbor remnants of the 14th Legion, your former subordinates, Gaius. Be that as it may, our objective is unchanged. Valdowlin, you and Severa will make your way to Castrum Occident, while Diff and I head for Castrum Marinum. I wonder where it will be. Should we locate it to Emerald weapon, we'll give the signal to dispatch the G-Warrior and eliminate it before it can be activated. Sorry to disappoint you, but we're still just repairing the damage it sustained during the encounter with Sapphire weapon. While elegant machinery has its uses, it's a bugger to refine replacement parts in the pits. We've actually been working to expand its already impressive arsenal, but the G-Warrior herself is in no fit state for combat. More of this far from adequate replacement, I'll provide an Ironworks submersible to help Gaius and Derf reach Captain Meridian. I'll have one sent ahead to Vespa Bay. You've had submarines this whole time? It's the first time we're using one? Kinda mad about that, Sid. A submersible, eh? I don't much like the sound of that. Perhaps Zephyr and I could count ourselves fortunate that a destination can be approached by land. I pray you have a safe journey. Watch yourself out there, Derf. Warrior of Light. I'm gonna punch the underwater. It's time we departed. Let us make our way to Vespa Bay. Oh, sweet. As for Master Garland's instructions, the submersible is ready when you are. Before you depart, I received some scraps of intelligence regarding your opponent from my colleagues in Turncliffe. Apparently, it uses some sort of levitating Han-like appendages. 6 of them, in fact, though we're not sure what purpose they serve. It sounds like having eyes in the back of your head might come in handy. That's all we know, I'm afraid. You have our thanks. After all, forewarned is forearmed, and the emerald weapon has indeed been... If the emerald weapon has indeed been transported to this castrum, it would need to enter via the dry dock, so we shall do likewise. As one might expect, there are measures in place to keep out intruders, but security systems can be tricked into recognizing us as an Imperial vessel. That said, infiltrating the facility is merely the first step. Should the emerald weapon be activated, it's only a matter of time before the pilot uses Oversoul. We must silence the Warmachine before this happens, and failing that, grant the poor soul that is held in the mercy of a swift death. One of your poor adopted kids. Had these wounds healed more quickly, I could have gone with you. But I fear I shall only slow you down. As such, I shall provide support I can from afar. Whatever happens, the emerald weapon must be defeated at all costs. Come on, let Gaius cook. Oh, we're just getting right into it. Okay. So yeah, I wonder what this way is gonna be like. I mean, there's a bunch of people here. Oh no. What? Okay, what do I need to upgrade? I need a new waist. Oh man, okay. Wait a second. Can we solve this quickly? Or do I need to cancel this whole video? Well, we're now on an adventure, folks. Why am I running? I don't need to be running, I need to be teleporting. Yeah. Huh. I think we have to go here? No, okay. So... Is this where everybody from Lipsa was today? Jeez. I need a belt, right? That was the lowest one. Okay, let's just get that. Then I don't actually have any of these. You say Tombstone Exchange. I thought it was gonna... Did it already turn my stuff over? Where do I? No, obviously not there. Okay. So they're gonna take a Google. I'm not the only one. Do. Oh, okay, so we gotta go to Reverend Toll. Okie dokie. If we get full switch over to Allegory, we should be fine. And making sure we get to the 485 and not holding up this video. I mean, hopefully you're just either pressing the right button or I've cut this out. But let's be honest, I'm not gonna cut it out. I'm lazy like that. I apologize, but y'all don't. Not enough people are gonna watch this video to really, you know. I mean, obviously that's the theory that less people will watch it because I haven't cut it out, so less likely to watch future things. You know, that's an interesting way to go. But you know, no, not token exchange. Oh, Oriana. Oh no, we only get 183. Is that gonna cut it? We'll find out. If not, I will make a kid in this video or just, you know, turn it off, start it. Oh no, I can't, you know. I can't replay that very important early information about this quest, so. I don't know, we're on a journey now, folks. We are, that might just be the title of this video. We're on a journey now, folks. Okay. So, just triple checking here. A necklace. If we can get it, if we can afford a necklace. Bam! Min item level. Okay. We're gonna stop, throw some materia in here, in these, just because, you know. Why not? The equip stuff. Why wouldn't you always start with the equip stuff? Determination, no. Right hit? Yeah. It's direct hit, I believe. Joker. Direct hit. Bam. Why did it reset me? Bam. Okay. Alright, so, I mean, look. This is the game. I know you're here for the story, but this is the game. Getting to exactly minimum item level and getting to work. I don't know, actually, I should be in queue while I'm doing this. Like, as in, like, it's one of those things where, like, DPS queue, who knows how long it's gonna be, but, I mean, everybody's doing this right now, right? Let's go back to Vesper Bay. I mean, if we're gonna be waiting around. Maybe, we'll stop our thumbnail. Yeah? Maybe we could have had, you probably not cut ahead. Let's just talk about. I'm gonna talk about the quest thus far. I mean, the weapon thing has been cool. I really expected much more of a Final Fantasy VII like connection with when Remake came out this year, and knowing there was going to be stuff like they're like, oh yeah, we're doing a near crossover. I'm like, where's my Final Fantasy VII? The hookup guys. I mean, obviously the weapons are like iconic as all hell. So it's not like we're not getting our FF7 reference. I just turn myself around, stand next to my dude, give it a lolly ho, hit the G pose. Oh no! Hold on, folks. Hold on. We're getting this picture. We're getting this picture. I don't care. Bam. Okay. There's the thumbnail. We got there, folks. Okay, now let's see Emerald. Kind of mad there's not more build-up. Like, there was so much more story going into that whole last one, and here we're just like, nope, it's Emerald. It's happening. We're here. We're fighting. Let's do this. This is it. The Emerald weapon. It looks very Emerald weapon. I've been expecting you, heroes of Eorzea. Ah, so it's Rex now? Okay. Look, Father, this is the power that we command. The Mark V Anti-Icon War Marketer, the Emerald weapon. Let's go. Wow, today I learned you can put sound effects in. Not doing enough like high levels up. Oh my god, my combo is all jacked. Whoa. Oh, wow, I just... Woo! What is happening? There is no chill. Zero chill at all. I mean, I'm just doing my part as a Dragoon, tanking the floor. As is our want. I'm gonna wait for that to go off. I guess that wasn't the right time. You're gonna get a true experience of watching it because I'm not playing. Okay, okay. See, I'm not that dumb. Woo. I mean, am I messing my combo up all over the place? Absolutely. But I'm now alive. So that's, like, better? What is up with these hands? I almost walked off. Wow, we were all just... How are we supposed to tell where that's gonna go? Oh, no. Woo! Didn't click anybody before I hit that. Sorry, it happened. It happened. What is happening? Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, okay. Wow, am I terrible. Thank the healers. God. What? I am definitely the true Dragoon. I am the most Dragoon of all Dragoons. I have time, I can look at it. That is kind of cool. Decided it was not worth getting me up because honestly I would not blame them. Hey. Casting ultimate immediately now. I wanted the penalty, so I should have done it break with somebody. We're approaching time, right? Oh no, because you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a stage 2, isn't there? It's going to oversoul. Oh no. I've been out here like, oh, yep. Oh, buddy. Oh no, this is so hard. This is, oh. Oh no, this is so hard. This is so hard. Oh yeah, there's a stage 2, isn't there? Uh-oh. The Balsar combat data? Become more like you, Dad. That's what he has done. Oh, God. Yeah, it's you, homie. Oh, no. This is Werlyt at the time of the invasion? Could a synthetic Arsite be causing this? Emerald looks badass, I will say. Oh, the limit goal's reset. Yeah, see? No, I'm a genius. Somebody's gonna cast the goddamn limit. Oh, buddy. Oh my god, that guy was like trying his damnedest. Oh no, that was. Ah! I got nothing. Alright, I got nothing. That was not how you wanted to be. I'll admit that. That was. Floor tanking. I should delete this whole video. But, I mean, the optimal, it's the full Dragoon experience. That's what we have to advertise it as. Give me just 3 hops like that every time? That I can do. Oh, okay. Oh, what? Say pound? Oh, points of damage. I read that as pounds of damage. I was like, what do you mean? What's a pound of damage? Whoo! Here. Actually get out of the way in time though, you know, like that's the true way to do it. Poor healers have no mana. And literally everybody to raise before me, so this might be the full floor tank till the end of this fight. I think that tank needs to get further up. Oh no, the tanks are dead. Oh no. Hoo-hoo! I believe, healers. I don't believe. Booty sweat. Get further down, healers. Get further down. Okay, round 2. I can't be as bad, right? This music is awesome, though. Now having time to recognize that. Now that... Oh, okay. I know that's not what you like, sir. I know. I'm playing very poorly. Oh, it's me this time. Run into a faraway place. Aha! Survived an attack! Look. Oh, oh, this is gonna be on me. I should not. Over here? I do survive that! Oh, why did I even revive? Okay. Okay, that's why we revived. Oh. Oh, wait, what? See where they're lined up in the back. No, I didn't realize that the first time. There, I was pretty dead. Oh, we do somehow have two Adaras. We have Adara healing and Adara DPS. Somehow, one of these healers has time to type about that. That's what I truly don't believe. I wish I could, like, really type fast and do something. Like, I could... When I was younger, I thought I could type fast, and then I learned, man. I'll learn. Let's go! We're learning! Woo! Oh, the leg sweep is not going to do anything. Oh, what the one? Oh, the thrust didn't go off? Oh, I'm so bad. Let's go! Whoo! Okay, you got the full Dragoon experience, and you got to see the hype. I mean, I can learn. I'm not that stupid. I came around. I came around. Oh, I tried to save the healers, but they were already gone. Everybody wants to know what's happening. They're all out of this duty so fast. I'm assuming they're all right here. And so it ends. But why? Why would Rex throw his life away for this? Can't. You see, he seemed to be doing an action, but I couldn't actually see him. You're right. Or maybe I was talking. If I'm ever to learn the truth, I must concentrate on the task at hand. Of course, we do not need to wait for Sid to now tell us whose combat data was used on this occasion. It galls me to think that my techniques and strategies could be so closely replicated. Nevertheless, the observations I made during the battle may yet prove useful. As a matter of fact, that was not the only information I was able to gather. I intercepted a signal that revealed troops stationed here were permitted to withdraw, seemingly in return for assisting the 7th Legion. They must have known the Alliance would follow the Emerald Weapon here sooner or later and made good on their escape. Meaning the way is now clear for Sid to expect the War Machinas remains. Me trying to figure out if my voice is just there now from talking all day, or if this is real. We got here as soon as we could. Not that we could have done anything to prevent this tragedy. For what we know, it seems the Emerald Weapon was for him a great deal more powerful than the previous two. If this is allowed to continue, who knows what sort of monstrosity the 7th Legion will conceive next. I mean, presumably diamond weapon? Because, like, we already did Ultima. Like, you know, in A Realm Reborn. So, diamond, right? I know, Sid, can I tell you? Diamond. Nevertheless, Derf has once again proven himself capable of overcoming the worst the Empire has at its disposal. You may be relieved to hear that Castrum Ostend was free of anything resembling a weapon. However, it was also devoid of any useful leads, and we came away empty-handed. In all honesty, part of me wishes we had never found the Emerald Weapon. Perhaps then, Rex would not have been forced to make the ultimate sacrifice. I only hope he is finally at peace. We will do what we can to spare the others from sharing his fate. I and the Ironworks will search this place from top to bottom for clues as to the 7th Legion's plans. But before that, allow me to sweep the area for booby traps and the like. I would not put it past the Imperials to have left a few surprises for us. Agreed. I'll go with you. With that in mind, I begin my examination of Emerald Weapon. Carefully, that is. Like, I'm not actually wiping anything from my nose. It's just, like, hyper itchy today. Oh, Echo, let's go. This is what we're here for. I'm entirely here for the story. I care about these kids. How can I reach these kids? Alphonse, you knew all this time, didn't you? Melisande? Melisande and Recon too? Everyone except me? And you, Rex? I don't know why I keep, like, I'm ready for somebody else to talk, so I'm just, like, switching voices. And you, Rex? Yes, that synthetic oversight system is the fusion between pilot and core. That's what the synthetic oversight system is. The fusion between pilot and core is key to Oversoul. And unless we use it, we don't have a chance of beating Father's newfound friends. They stand between us and the primals, without which the weapons will never reach their full potential. You thought if you knew the truth about Oversoul, you'd try to stop us. Of course I would, but I don't understand why all of you are so willing to give your lives for the weapon project. What is it all for? It all began the day Father left. Without his guidance, his protection, the Gallians lost any respect for us they once had. But their cruelty pales in comparison to Vailian's. To him, conscripts like us are expendable commodities, an endless supply of test subjects for his twisted experiments. No matter what they do to us, we will never lose hope. It's the duty of the strong to lead the weak. We will become strong and protect those who cannot protect themselves. The weapon project will give us the strength we need. We will create a world where people like us can live without fear of persecution. It's not how it works, buddy. We want you to see this new world for yourself, Ali, even if we must give our lives to make it a reality. But why me? The years spent serving the Empire have changed us all, except you, Ali. You, even after everything you've seen, you're still the caring, innocent girl we grew up with. More than any of us, you deserve a chance at happiness. That's what we all agreed. Ali, listen to me. Right now, the soldiers assigned to watch over us here have been called away to the capital. Now is our chance to get you out of here. Then why don't you all come with me? If Alphonse and I were to run away now, they'd only force others to take our place. We can't let that happen. It's our way of upholding the ideals Father instilled in us. Our lives are a small price to pay for world's freedom. No, how can you expect me to leave you behind? I won't do it. That music! You're just like, yes, go! They really gotta work on, like, interaction. And the animations. Like, his arm was, like, clearly, like... You can't really see my... This is a bad way to try to do this. Like, because I'm in a black tee. Oh, here we go. His arm was, like, out here. We will forever be at your side, Ali. Rex, take it to the holding cells. What? No, there we go. Is that where she's gonna be? And what? We didn't resolve whatever happened with her and Valen's at the end of the last one. If that was before this or after this somehow. So win or lose, the plan is to hand the costume over to Father. Is that right? Nod. Yes, they'll take Ali into custody before the Werlyt's return. While you will be free to pilot the Emerald weapon without her interfering. We can't let her hinder the completion of the weapon project. I'm counting you on Alphonse. Don't let our sacrifices be in vain. When you bust out Diamond, the shittiest of all the weapons. Rex, have you forgotten what I told you? You mustn't use Omasol. I can't lose you two. We both know I can't win without it. Besides, we need the combat data of the Emerald weapon fighting at its peak if we're to have any chance of perfecting the synthetic Werlyt system. You know I'm not the sort to do things by halves. Forgive me, Rex. Don't you worry about me. This is where I will meet my end. I'll do with a smile on my face. The rest is up to you, Alphonse. So we got Ali? Presumably? Oh, they're about to walk back in with her, I'm assuming. Hey! This is the girl you spoke of, yes? She was locked in a cell, but I saw no harm in letting her out. I can't say for certain, but it seems she's been through quite an ordeal. Run to your father? Nope. No. Well, Pheno father. I don't know. Is Gaius the hugging type? No. Why, Rex? Why? Gaius, once we've extracted the core, we'll take it back to Turncliffe for analysis. Perhaps she should come with us? There's no use in her staying here. Nod. Like, how close? Like, go, like... I know we don't do hugs in this game, but, like, give her the Thancred pat on the head at least? No? How much or little of a father to them were you, buddy? That's what I'm trying to... That's what I don't get. The music here is good, too. Severus taking care of Ali, but it may be some time until the nerves have settled. If the vision you witness is true, Alphonse and Rex locked her away for her own safety. When she is ready, I would know more of what her brother hopes to achieve and why he must resort to such desperate measures. I mean, can that be now and not next batch, please? Ali's condition has improved so much, but she remains in a state of shock. We must give her more time to recover. There was one... Oh, again, I read ahead sometimes. There was, before I could, like, speak it out loud, there was one other thing you should know. When we checked her for injuries, we saw that her back is covered in welts and bruises. Who did this to her? It seems she was subjected to beatings on a regular basis by the various stages of bruising. I dare say this is the work of her Garlean masters. You speak as though you have seen this before. Seen? I have lived through it myself. I was born in Werlyt. 23 summers past. How has this not come up yet? My mother was a local woman, but my father was a pure-blooded Garlean and a member of the occupying forces. Though I know little about him, his rank afforded me imperial citizenship. You know little about that, father? I wonder where this is going. His acknowledgement of familiar times was the extent of the responsibility he took for bringing me into this world. Still, it is more than can be said for most of his ilk. My mother and I were shunned by the people of Werlyt, who treated us as badly as the Garleans did, if not worse. I thought if I were to become an imperial soldier, my position might somehow deter those who would cast scorn on my mother, if only out of fear, and so I joined the army. I feel like both sides of this, like... Sorry. Ugh. Both sides of this conflict have sort of, like, you know, both her and the kids have heavy, like, Fordola echoes, really. The Garleans treat people like shit. And people who try to assimilate with the Garleans get treated by shit by their people. And so on it goes. The acceptance I earned was but temporary. However, my superiors were quick to blame any perceived shortcomings on my savage lineage. Smash it to Ferdola like, Rather than waste time on official court-martials, they administered their own form of corporal punishment. Eventually, I was signed to the 12th Legion and fought under Zeno's Ye Galvez and Amigo. In the chaos that followed our defeat, I seized the opportunity to flee to Werlyt. While it was never much of a home, it was all I had, but nothing could prepare me for what awaited. My mother had for many years suffered from poor health and relied on her medicine to keep her alive. In my absence, the Garleans denied her treatment, claiming it would be wasted on savages. By the time I could return to her side, there was naught I could do. There was nothing left of me in Werlyt. I would be punished for desertion if the Imperials discovered my reason for my return, and I was never accepted by my so-called countrymen to begin with. I ran as far as my legs could carry me. It was then that I met Gaius, or you, because I'm talking to Gaius right now, right? So that's the truth of it. Other than a few scant details, I knew naught of your past. It sickens me to think that I once fought under the same banner as such vile creatures. I always believed there would be the duty of the strong to lead the weak, yet there are those who become drunk on the power afforded by this station, and prey on the ones they should protect. Like a canker, this corruption has spread to every part of the Empire. Even those with the Garlean blood, such as myself, are subjected to their cruelty. They hold particular contempt for the Aura, an easy target for abuse being so few in number. Perhaps, like me, Ali thought she would be spared such treatment once she joined the army. Alas. I only hope that with time, Ali can put the past behind her and make a new life for herself. But for now, all we can do is wait for her delirium to subside. It is Valduin's turn to keep watch. Let us ask him if there has been any change. I'm assuming you literally just came from her, right? Also, I don't know if you can tell, but my ability to do these voices is dwindling, and it wasn't strong to begin with. Though you've overcome the inward weapon, it's hardly cause for celebration. Another young life cut short. Rex's death is on my hands, not yours. Would that this confrontation had been averted, but alas, it was not to be. I suppose you're here to ask about Ali. Is she well enough to speak with us? Her condition has improved somewhat, I would say so, provided you do not cause her any undue stress. Wait here. Allie, I'm sorry. What happened to Rex? It was my fault. Melisandre and Recon too. They died because of me and my foolish ambitions. But like Melisandre, and Recon definitely feel very Heaven's Ward era, Game of Thrones influence. I know they're not, but it's just funny to like my brain just put the two names together. Father, no. This cannot go on. Please, Allie, you must tell me all you know. Of course. First, I need to know what became of you and your siblings after we were parted. So much has happened, it seemed like a lifetime ago. After your disappearance, we were all assigned to the newly formed 7th Legion. Assigned? Like drafted? Or did you sign up? There was some speculation. At first, each legatus was quickly replaced by the next, until eventually a man named Valens van Varo was given command. Who names their kid Valens Varo? He was sent from the capital, but before that he was a specialist in experimental magitech weaponry. We later discovered that he was ordered by Emperor Varus to complete a project involving anti-primal war machina, the weapons. But after the Emperor's death, he was free to employ whatever methods he saw fit, and his greed for power only grew. See, how long has time passed in this game? You can never tell. Some say he's even using power. He's planning to use the power of the weapons to lay claim to the throne. I mean, probably. But I think there's another reason for his obsession with the weapon project. Not that he'd ever tell anyone, but he's always muttering to himself, and I've been able to put the pieces together. He's jealous of you, Father. I mean, Valent van Varo. I must admit it was only recently I first heard that name. Valens used his knowledge of magitech to devise various military strategies. He was given a position in the army and quickly rose through the ranks. That was until one man stood in his way. You, Father. He was one of the candidates to lead the new 14th Legion, but that role fell to you. After that, he was assigned to serve under a far more gifted engineer, Nero, who was in charge of restoring the ultimate weapon. Valent has resented you ever since, going so far as to oppose the ideals you upheld, where you treated those who served the Empire based on merit rather than their race or origin. And Valent is adamant that pure-blooded Guardians are superior to all others. I was having like some thoughts about, you know, the way Valens responded there on a lot of stuff with modern issues, but then, you know, Severinus basically covers it here. It never ceases to amaze me how far some will go in the name of revenge. All that hate festering away. Nothing good can ever come of it. He's talking to you, buddy. So the marks on your body are his handiwork? No, they're Alphonse. Oh, okay. I was just always looking for the weird plot twist. Yes. To Valens and his men, we are no more than fodder for his experiments, playthings on which they can vent their frustrations. Every day is filled with nothing but pain. Excuse me. Okay, weird question. Excuse me. If she was taking that many beatings, I don't feel like the Empire is that careful that they're like, nope, nobody can see it. She should be wearing leggings, is what I'm saying. She should be wearing leggings, because there should also be beatings on her legs. That's Messed up as that is, all right. Then I'm just saying. I'm gonna keep going because that's just a sad topic. So we're just gonna stop. If I had remained in Garlemald, you'd never been forced to endure this abuse. I mean, you couldn't remain in Garlemald. You would have been disgraced. I'll whip your ass. It's not your fault, Father. We could have fled from Werlyt if we wanted to. After all, we were expendable and easily replaced. The truth is, that's exactly why we couldn't run. In saving ourselves, we would be condemning others, but if we were to stay, to see the weapon project to its completion, we would gain the power to defeat Werlyt and the Empire itself, freeing the world from its tyranny. Ah, so that's the plan. Okay. That way we might start afresh and find a place we can call home, and not just for us, but for anyone who wishes to live in peace. You would give your lives to a future you may not live to see. Take courage from your teachings, Father. The strong must lead the weak, and we would gain that strength by whatever means necessary. We will fight for the sake of those who cannot. But we knew that you never consent to our participation in the weapon project, which is why we couldn't turn to you for help. As the pilots, we were the only ones who were able to stop aliens. We know just how powerful the weapons are. He would use them to bring the world to its knees. And his masterpiece is the worst of them all. If only I could get my hands on it, then I could save Alphonse and all of Werlyt. I think that was internal dialogue. The game hasn't done that before, but I think that was supposed to be her internal monologue. The going to black and switching the text box really threw me. Father, I know you and Alphonse stand on opposing sides of this conflict, but there must be some way you can help him. Yeah, we gotta get to that last weapon. He may have called you our enemy before, but he's never meant it. He still loves you, Father. You are everything he aspires to be. I have failed him, failed you all. But I refuse to abandon him to his fate. I will free him from Werlyt if it's the last thing I do. Thank you. He needs you. Now more than ever. Listen, Ali. I once thought the strength to rebuild the world as I saw fit. But the ultimate weapon wasn't born not to create, but to destroy. Alphonse must not follow in my footsteps. I know all too well where they lead. Except you weren't oversold to the damn thing. I will do all I can to help you, brother. Pray, tell me where he is. I'm sorry, I don't know where he could be. In that case, I shall have the Alliance dispatch scouts. Wherever he is, we will find him. As for you, Ali, you must stay here and rest. Wait, you're the one who fought Rex, Recon, and Melisandre, aren't you? We're the ones who threatened your homeland. You only did what you had to do. I have no right to ask this of you, but... lend my father your strength. Save Alphonse. I know now why they call you Hero. Alphonse, I'll do... Yeah, okay, this is internal monologue. I've never seen... Have they done this before? This is wild. A wildly random choice to throw in, like, right here. I guess, like, maybe it would be in voiceover if these were voiced? I don't know. It's just throwing me for a loop, sorry. Alphonse, I'll do what I must to free you, even if it means going against Father's wishes, but I have a good feeling about his new friend. Damn, I wish I had that helmet off, so I could have seen, like, if, like, my dude was, like, realizing the internal monologue. Severa, see that she has everything she needs. Our allies
allies must be informed of these troubling events. May I ask you to relay the news to the troops in Kir Albania?
I mean, of course. You can't let me hang out here too long. It's a small area. Your loving father act may fool the others, Gaius, but not me. For every life you saved, you've ended 1,000 more. Or is this your idea of redemption? I mean, yeah, bro. Like, that's his whole thing. He's trying to make stuff right. You know this. You're gonna kill him if he stops doing the right thing. Like, why do you gotta be a dick?
Call it what you will. For all my transgressions, I believe I still have a part to play.
Was I wrong to spare you that day? Or will you honor your word?
It seems to the time has come for the Black Wolf to show his true colors. The White Wolf.
Yep. You didn't know? It's Witcher 3 crossover time. Boom! Just in time for Cyberpunk. While I'm painfully aware of the cruelty the Empire shows its enemies, even I am appalled to hear how it treats its own. Warmocking that feed on the very lives of the pilots, I can scarcely imagine anything more heinous. The majority of the 7th Legion are sure to be stationed in the city of Werlyt, the heart of this occupied territory. Whether Alphonse is there with him remains to be seen. According to Ali, another weapon lies in wait, but where we do not know. It stands to reason, however, that if we were to find it, Alphonse would surely not be far away. Yeah, I mean, we gotta deal with Diamond. I'm assuming there's not a lot of new dialogue from these people. Okay, there's no new card here. Leave Werlyt to me. Having cared for my mother for so long before being transferred away, I think I have developed a suitable bedside manner. Can I go see her, though? That's okay. I mean, that was Emerald. That fight was hype. And by hype, I mean crazy batshit banana pants. Yeah. Hope I get something cool here. I mean, we're probably not gonna get the cool reward until next time, but like, kind of want a Gaius, like as the Black Wolf minion. I don't know if that exists or not, but recently received your word of victory over the Emerald Weapon. I expect it was another fine display on your part, not that any of us were there to see it. For that reason, we'd be grateful if you could give us a blow-by-blow account, if you wouldn't mind. I'd rather not, because you're going to use it to create an extreme mode. If we let you anywhere near that damn wandering minstrel. Good grief, it sounds like you had an awful lot to contend with. Rather you than me. I shall add this to ever-growing stack of reports, should anyone wish to review this information ahead for the next sortie. If you say so, it looks like your deals have been taking their toll. I'll let you know if anything requires your attention, but until then, be sure to get some rest. Ah, here we go. The good. Meanwhile, in the 7th Legion's correction chamber, oh no. I don't think you put any word in front of chamber, and it seems disheartening. The resting chamber. You're like, oh no, is that a coffin? 3 weapons. 3 pitiful displays of ineptitude. Oh, God. Ah! That definitely didn't sound as painful as it should have.
To make matters worse, one of my prime candidates, your precious sister no less, has escaped.
Why are they making this little kid do it?
And who should she go crawling to but that swine Gaius? After everything I've done for her. This is how she repays me. As her older brother, it's your responsibility to instill some discipline in her, and you failed miserably. Who's this little aura? Well, don't just stand there, boy. Boy. Of course, it's your first time, isn't it? Come along, there's no need to be shy. Are we doing a face reveal? Because I was really confused last time why they didn't show it. Is he secretly also an aura? Am I supposed to recognize him? I don't know why they held his face back last time. Because he has a truly, truly awful haircut. It looks very much like mine, and mine is terrible. You see, something wicked has taken hold of this young man, and it's our job to cleanse his troubled spirit. It may look painful, but it's the only way, I assure you. He'll be ever so grateful. You want him to get better, don't you? I thought I should just throw this dude into the lava right now. There's a good boy. Now let's try again, shall we? Oh, God. Burn out the bad! 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 Burn out the bad, burn out the bad. Burn out the bad, burn out the bad. Yeah! Well done, you've all made Father very proud indeed. He's even doing like the evil version of Gaius adopting these poor aura. As for you, I thought you were cut above the rest of the savages, but it appears I was mistaken. And since you allowed that wretched sister of yours to escape, it falls on you to act as her replacement. I choose you as the next pilot, and your mission is simple: kill Gaius van Belsa, whatever it takes. And if you so much as entertain the idea of betraying me again, I'll exterminate every last one of your kind. There's one of them right over there that you just made. Also, as a side note, wouldn't he just be? Wouldn't they just call him Gaius Balthar now? I mean, wasn't the van one of his titles? Like the vermin they are. Having said that, we'll be oh God. We'll be forcibly initiating Oversoul using Xenos' combat data. So whatever seems you may be hatching will never come to pass. All you need to do is sit back and let the synthetic aura sight system do the work with you as its conduit. You should thank me for allowing you to become some part of my masterpiece. Your worthless existence will finally have some semblance of meaning. The thing about infusing it with Xenos' combat data is like, I mean, Xenos is an all-time badass, but like, is he gonna be like? He's not gonna be down for this, presumably. Lord Werlyt, preparations for this Oversoul trial are complete. We await your orders. splendid. There's never a dull moment around here. Now then, boys, who'd like to see something special? Come along, everyone. Father has secrets to share with you. Oh, when he turned and walked away without closing the door, I was like, what is this guy about? Oh, no, he's... Oh, I really thought that was over. I didn't expect to cut back to Alphonse. Wouldn't you stay on your stomach? Like, didn't he just get all burnt up on the back? Like, it's gotta hurt to be laying on his back now, right? I mean, it's a less good scene if you're on your stomach, but still. This is my chance, and thanks to the sacrifices made by my dear siblings, finally the weapon will be mine to command. Once it has reached perfection, I will be unstoppable. First Valens, then the Empire itself will fall, and we will be free at last. Father, keep Ali safe. Melisande, Recon, Rex, I'll see this through to the end. I promise. Until then, watch over me. And along the cutscene continues. What? So, is it ready or not? The trial sequence has been primed, sir. Then get on with it. Initiating synthetic eyesight system. Downloading diamond weapon simulation. What's going on? You're helping us with our little research is all, whatever your name is. The time has come for you to contribute to the glory of Garlemald. This isn't what we agreed. You said that if I took part in the experiment, you'd let my family go. I lied. You have Xenos' data loaded, yes? Activate Oversoul and be quick about it. Understood, Lord Valens. Galvus combat sample ready. Initiating organic core override. Yeah. My mind, no. If this is what it takes to protect you both, I love you. I'm so sorry. Oh, is he getting thick? Where is my prey? Organic core override complete. Xenos yay Galvus data loaded. The subject is instinctively bound to seek out prey. Right from the outset, regardless of the combat prowess it may boast, I needed an obedient servant, not a ravenous beast.
Yeah, you picked the wrong dude. Xenos is such a wild monster that Elizabeth is like, yo, I can't keep up this image.
Enough, shut it down.
Nah, that's not gonna do anything. Deactivating synthetic oocyte system. Yep, this dude is still jacked up on Xenos and pops out here. Just murderates this guy.
How revolting. What a mess it makes of the cockpit. Adjust the settings and prepare for another run. Fortunately, we have the next test subject ready and waiting. But sir, you agreed to release his family in exchange for cooperation.
I don't think that's gonna go well for you, girl.
My, I never knew you had such a wonderful sense of humor.
The great Werlyt von Varo bargaining with savages? Ha! More fool him for trusting me in the first place.
My commander's an asshole? How did I not realize?
I've only been performing illegal, torturous experiments on people. Well, I don't know, illegal, not illegal. There's more? Resistance troops wish to help their newfound allies in Turncliffe. Ah, Derf, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Turncliffe was liberated, we've been getting sending troops in aid, getting the town back on its feet, helping the residents, that sort of thing. We all Megans know how hard it can be for a society struggling to stand on its own after years of imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attending to. If you could spare the time, we could use your help. Bless you, Derf, you really ought to say it. I'm sure the people of Turncliffe will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escort. I wish you all the best. Presumably this is still part of the quest line? I don't know. The video's gonna keep going, I guess. If you think that's it, I'm glad you came. And yeah. Otherwise, I have no idea what's happening.
Search for the despondent civilian. You're the one who piloted that war machina and defeated the sapphire weapon, aren't you? I thought so. I've heard so much about you, but I doubt you know who I am. My name is Avelina. I grew up here. I stayed for the occupation and was put to work as a Matatech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we are now rid of the Imperials, though I fear many of us have struggled to put the past behind us. For 10 long years, we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work kept me away from the battlefield, and I hope my contributions might help the others live long enough to make their way home. In the end, most of them never did. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sake, to prove they haven't been forgotten. A monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I need to see the official list of conscript. If one still exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town. But with resistance troops and ironworks engineers closing the place off, I can't get near it. Perhaps you might have a word for them with me? I'll leave as soon as I find the list.
You can count on me.
Thank you, I'll follow your lead.
She didn't even get like a name update yet. She was the barely engineer. Oh, there's her name update.
Something I can help you with? I see. It's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show an interest in the Imperial leavings, but it seems she has her reasons. Since we're still carrying out our investigations, we've closed the place off to prevent anyone interfering. Considering it's you who's asking, though, I can hardly say no. Still, I better go with her, in case the others kick up a fuss. You are very kind.
I gotta keep reading cutscenes, man. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. You have my thanks. Think nothing of it. I was glad to help. As suspected, Imperials kept detailed records of local conscripts, and one name in particular stood out to me. My friend Melisandre. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion of all places.
Before I had to collect them, I didn't realize you were another Aura. What do you mean of all places?
All began when we were serving together in the 14th Legion. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory. We soon became firm friends.
Then one day she was sent to fight Neosia, while I remained here.
The day before she left, she came to say goodbye, together with her foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Rick Khan, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with their adoptive father, Gaius Van Belsal, before they departed. It was actually another of his orphans, Livia Sans Junis, who forbade them from seeing him. I can't say for certain, but it seemed Olivia had a strong attachment to Gaius and wouldn't let anyone else near him.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like he had a creepy thing going with Livia that... Yeah. To be fair, remembering that small detail that... It's not... I don't think it was confirmed as terribly awful human being, but pretty hardly implied. I don't know if we're going to be able to blame the Ashians for that one. Yeah, maybe Guy thinks he got.
As far as I could tell, he did try his best to keep his Livia at arm's length whenever possible, but her devotion to him was bordering on obsession. And she became extremely jealous of even the slightest affection between him and the other wards.
I'm shaving before the next time I stream, I think.
Others, however, treated them far more kindly. In fact, a Praefectus Castorium of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet them. While I was surprised that a Rogadin had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken back by the unguarded manner which he spoke with his subordinates. I'd hope with people like him are serving on the Eorzean front, they would be in safe hands. But then the time came for Melisandre to leave. We shared a final few words, and then she was gone. It'd be the last I ever saw of her.
After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Laticlavus of the 14th Nerotul Solva, or Scava Solva,
and worked on restoring the ultimate weapon. I was even at the Praetorium the day it was destroyed, but I escaped aboard an Imperial ship moments before it became crashing down. I eventually made my back to Werlyt, only to be drafted into the 7th Legion and continue working on the weapon project. Also, now I said Werlyt there, and I don't know which is correct, but I really should stick to one, so I'm sticking to Werlyt. Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think of the abominations I let into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the Upper was part of the design from the very beginning, of course. They never dreamed of suggesting a true-born Guardian to such barbaric treatment. Now the 7th Legion has a ready supply of provincial conscripts ripe for the taking. The pilots referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy to their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificing the name of the weapon project. Let's bring an end to the weapon project together.
I don't want to say your skills and knowledge can finally be get to good use, because it's really, insulting.
But what can I do? For years, all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. The 7th Legion is far from finished. They're biding their time, waiting until the right moment to release the final weapon.
And when they do, it'll bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. Even after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melisandre would still be here. She was just the kindest person that I ever met. But to the Empire, she was just another pawn in their games. I will never forget her. There's a way I can make a difference. I know there is. But first I need to speak with members of the Ironworks. I have a feeling that War Machina you use to beat the Sapphire weapon will be called to the action again. Until then, there's still time to make improvements, and I intend to help. Let's go, music! I'll still be going ahead with the plan to build the monument, but stopping the Empire must come first. I hope Melisandre and the others can wait a little longer. And yeah. Before we go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I would have done if it weren't for you. Until we meet again. So it was story related. Hopefully you stuck around. Send me back. Oh. Just Geico taking my money. Ah. So how was your time in Tentacliff? Found a new ally. Worked out. I see. Fate had dealt her a cruel hand, but now she has a chance to make a fresh start. The same could be said for the Hall of Thorncliff. It seems the liberation of that one small town will become a pivotal moment in the world's history. Perhaps it won't be long before the rest of the region is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honored to fight alongside the people of the world. We won't rest until the Imperials are sent fleeing with their tails between their legs. Until that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our bit to support you and the others in ending the weapon project. I'll be sure to pass on any information in the meantime. Take care. Okay, so do you have something cool for me, or do you just have the extreme version of that trial that I will almost certainly not do because you saw my performance in the regular version? All of late, all I think about is weapons, weapons, weapons. I channel this passion to crafting homages to my favorite War Machina. It's more than a mere hobby, it's the wind in my sails. I'm a weapon. Oh yes, of course, just a moment, please. Is there gonna be another bust? I really want a minion. Nope, not much a bust. Oof, this thing weighs a ton, perhaps I should have used lighter materials. It's a badass bust, though. It is comically large. What do you think? Every bit as terrifying as the foe you face? Behold, the malevolent Malachite Marauder, the vicious Viridian Villain, the Juventus Jade Giant. Actually, perhaps not that last one. Anyway, it's the Emerald Weapon! I assure you, I spared no expense in making it true to life, so to speak, as possible. The information we received regarding its design revealed several startling details, perhaps most surprising of all were the three floating manipulators, or hands if you prefer, which allowed us to attack from multiple angles simultaneously. Didn't really do that as much as it, well, no, I guess it did. Just not in the way you would think. It kind of like went into the ground and did their thing. Lost in the sauce. The positioning was based on tactics used by Gaius himself when they led the Imperial invasion of Werlyt. By surrounding the target, they were able to bombard it from all sides while keeping it pinned down. Not only that, but the Emperor was able to perfectly replicate Gaius' renowned Temenus Est gunplay technique, though on a much larger scale. I wish I could have been there to see it myself. You're so lucky. Ah, goodness me. All this talking has made me rather parched. You're telling me, buddy. Warrior of Light don't know shit about that. Before I pour myself a glass of nice local Iraq, I think it's time for us to fire up the virtual reality combat simulation experiencinator to see what the wonders it can conjure. Anything could happen, so don't say I didn't warn you. I don't need the extreme version of this trial. Didn't need to do that cutscene. Okay. That was Emerald. Yeah. Still interested in seeing where this goes, and like, because I'm kind of assuming it's kind of, gonna I'm assuming, end up sidelining Gaius from a lot of main quest stuff in the future. So, if this is like a bit of a coda for him, I mean, I know he's badass and I want him around, but like, this whole thing seems like a, big Gaius story, and, the comparison of Gaius and Vanus? Wow. My brain, like, broke. But yeah. We'll see where this goes next time. When we take down Diamond. Until then, as always, remember that the Dragoon tanks the floor. That's what they do. That healers are the absolute best. And as always, have a great life, folks. Peace.